Hello everyone, good afternoon. Coming to you from Sweet Home Boulevard, California, and sorry I've been gone for a while, but I've had a lot of things going on. Minus everything that's going on in America. I want to say cheers to everyone. It's a beautiful afternoon. Well, there's a lot to get to over these past couple of weeks. The last time I was on YouTube, I did announce that it's a girl. That's real. That's really real. So there's a couple other things I wanted to share. One of my experiences that I recently had with our OBGYN. And I'm sharing this because I don't know if other people have had similar experiences or similar afterthoughts on, maybe a similar experience, but for me, it was definitely weird. So let me give you a little premise here. My wife has been accepted into a school, into a very good university, and this university sent out a blanket email last week saying that it didn't matter whether you were in the fully online part of the campus or not, that you needed to be vaccinated, and if you were not going to be vaccinated, then you were going to be dropped from the rolls. Which, sure, I guess maybe to a little bit of my liberal side, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Vaccinations are part of it. I can see how they're kind of pushing it, but my wife is starting her fully online. So, and there's a reason that she's doing the fully online. She's doing the fully online so she doesn't have to go into school because, we live pretty far away from town. So, with that said, my pregnant wife was freaking out. With that said, I went ahead and called her school, and I talked to the lady and at the front desk, and she was very helpful. Seems like she's been under the gun a lot, but I talked to her, and she said, "Hey, look, all you need to do is get a doctor's note from your doctor saying that you're pregnant and you're asking the school for an exemption." Well, happened to be that sorry, all these cars are driving by. I'm telling you, I live in a beautiful, beautiful little small town. And I live right here on the main little small highway where there's one stop sign. So all these cars are driving by. It's a beautiful afternoon. Anyways, let me get back to what I was saying. So, luckily for us, my pregnant wife, I believe she's 16 weeks now. It's the size of an onion this week. Actually, as a matter of fact, today, the size of an onion. But we went ahead and went to our OBGYN appointment that she had with the doctor, because the first one was with the nurse practitioner. And I've got nothing bad to say about the hospital. I've got nothing bad to say about the network that my wife is enrolled in. Although, this is the experience that we had. The experience we had was that we are both not vaccinated. We can discuss the reasons why we're not vaccinated another time. We're not fringe extremist conspiracy theorists left or right. We have our own legitimate reasons why. If you want a little quick breakdown, it comes down to simply it's too new. It's too new. And I'm very proud of the things that we've been able to do with our technology and our and being able to create a vaccine, although there are parts of this thing that it doesn't matter. None of our tools can predict the future. It's just too new. And so that is our concern with taking the vaccine. Now, my wife did get pregnant at the end of April. So, in April, beginning of May, sure, you can complain about how we should have taken the vaccine by then. But whatever, that's our choice. My body, my choice. Sure. I respect that. And I think that, we were under the assumption that was going to be respected. Well, we went and saw the doctor, and the doctor she was younger. She's probably in her mid-30s, late 30s. She seemed like she cared about being a doctor. But when it came to the discussion of getting some sort of note just saying that she's pregnant, the doctor shut down the discussion real quick, and she pointed towards she was not going to give any type of exemption for Skylar being pregnant, which, we particularly were not looking for the doctor to give us an exemption. We were actually just more looking for a note from the doctor just stating that legit she is pregnant. So she went into this whole spiel about how it's completely fine for women that are pregnant to be taking the vaccine, and not only is it highly recommended, that it's encouraged, and she said specifically, under no circumstances will she be signing any exemptions for Skylar, for my wife to not take the vaccine. And that spooked me, man. That just, it didn't seem like the science was being practiced by the scientist, or it didn't not seem like medicine was being practiced by the doctor. It seemed to me that this was like the old tale of the pharmaceutical salesman in one room, and the doctor comes out of that room and is selling the same exact stuff that he was pitched, or he or she was pitched. And that's what I really felt like. I really felt like we were not consulted. We did not have a proper consultation by a specialist doctor who specializes in specifically this type of stuff. And we really felt like it was very disingenuous. We really felt like that there was no discussion available. And when she looked over at me and she kept looking at me to say something about it, I just kept telling her, this stuff is too new. It's too new. And that's the reality of this thing, is that it's too new. And that's my opinion. Whether I'm right or wrong, that is irrelevant from the reality that's going on here. And I'll tell you, it really ruined our experience, listening to, our baby daughter's heartbeat for the first time. It really ruined it. It made this really uncomfortable atmosphere inside the, inside the doctor's office. It seemed like the doctor really didn't want to see us anymore. And it really seemed like that the main incentive for us to be there was for her to impose her power and her authority upon her to take a vaccine, which, I understand, maybe if she wasn't pregnant, but she's pregnant. And, sorry, not sorry, but, our daughter that's growing inside my wife, her health comes first. And unless they have tens of millions of research cases of tens of millions of women, that have been, they've had this experience of birthing and their children are fine. They have years of research and data that this isn't going to affect, this child that's growing inside a womb. Then maybe we might consider it. But, for something that is so new, it's not right. It's not right to be pushing this on people. And, we didn't like it at all. We didn't like it at all now. And now it's uncomfortable. It's all weird now. We have to go get another OBGYN. That's lame. It's just, this is just so unneeded. And this is such an encroachment on, people's personal wishes and personal choices and family standards. And I'll tell you right now, this isn't good. We don't like being subjugated like that, and we don't like being treated like guinea pigs. And whether we're right or wrong, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. So many people are concerned about being on the right side of history. How about respecting one another? And and if one another are wrong, then we'll correct each other then. But this is just absurd that this is how much pressure our medical doctors are getting to push this vaccine. And if you're part of this, if you are a doctor or if you're in the medical field, and you're pushing for this unproven vaccine to be having people like pregnant women take it for the little bit of data you have, shame on you. Shame on you. And you know what? Maybe you should look yourself in the mirror and look deeper than your medical training, and maybe look at there's some real leadership problems here. And you know what? I don't care if you're being squeezed into pushing this vaccine or not. Right now, this stuff has gone farther than left, right, this, that, unvaccinated, vaccinated, Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter. This has to do with what's right and what's wrong. And you know what? Shame on any one of you medical professionals who think that you're going to exploit people's trust, their public trust in you, to implement medicine and science just because you're getting squeezed by whoever it is, whether it is your group, whether it is your boss, or whether it is, whoever it is, whether it's the federal government trying to, dang a little carrot in front of your face, say, you want more money? Here you go, get more vaccines. No, you know what? People are scared right now. People are scared right now. And, if you are in the medical field and you are pushing things through fear, shame on you. Shame on you, and you can do better. So that is our experience. Now, halfway through this pregnancy, we're going to have to go find another OBGYN. And it's not that, I can't. And it's not that it's not that we want to. We rather would have not have. But, it's just really unfortunate that now it was during some of the most intimate times for a woman and myself being, a soon-to-be father. It's just sad. It's sad that the tyranny of coercion is stronger than the respect of intimacy of one's privacy. So if anyone else has a similar experience where, you've gone into your doctor's office or you've gone to your OBGYN and this is what's happening, please, share with everyone else, because this is just not right. It's not right. And that goes beyond any type of race issue. That goes beyond any type of class issue, any type of political identity, any type of gender identity. That right there is just wrong. So think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So, all right, everyone. Thank you very much. And trust me, I've got a lot more to talk about. I've had to realign myself now that I've got a daughter coming. And I will be talking about a lot more. So thank you very much.